What are black box music royalties? Let's talk about it. I'm so glad you asked. Sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's all true. Black box royalties refers to the fact that there have been, at least at one point, an estimated hundreds of millions of dollars. Music royalties that belong to someone, that sit with the platforms or organizations who pay out royalties unclaimed. Those royalties belong to someone. The problem is that no one knows who it belongs to, so it sits there. You might be wondering how it's possible that this is such a big problem. I think you could point back to primarily the rise of DIY distribution and DIY music as the source for this. So for example, back in my college days, I had some songs I wanted to put online. So I signed up for a DIY distributor and I put my songs on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. I accumulated probably a few dollars in royalties here and there. To be honest, I didn't really know anything about the music industry and I filled out all the forms by myself. So it's very possible that someone like me would forget to fill in who the producer is of the song, or forget to fill in one of the songwriters, or maybe I misspelled one of the writers' names. That makes it so the platform or the organization that's collecting the money doesn't really know who they're supposed to route it to. So then they hang on to it for a long time, hoping that that right person shows themselves. I think you can see how this accumulates really fast. There's over 100,000 songs being uploaded to streaming services every day, according to Luminate. So it becomes a big problem. Another thing that happens besides clerical errors, which can happen at any level of artist, but is especially common with DIY artists, is that the artists are not properly signing themselves up for the right organizations, which also collect some of this money. If you're listening right now and you're an artist or a songwriter, you should be signed up for a PRO, which could be ASCAP or BMI. That stands for Performing Rights Organization. We could get into what that means in another video. You should also be signed up for the MLC. Now, it's important to note that things have gotten better in terms of black box royalties, and this is actually a term that the MLC does not like using. They often refer to what some people would say is black box money as unmatched, unclaimed. I don't feel like the name black box suits this anymore because they've illuminated it with their increased transparency into what money is out there to be claimed. This is a big topic, so that's just me scratching the surface on it. If you're fascinated by this, you want to learn more, and you even want to know what happens to that pool of money after a certain period of time. Does it expire? Does that money get sent around to other musicians? I can answer those questions. Let me know if you want a part 2.